One just issued, 2:15 p.m. So that spot we were tracking just to the south or southwest of Vienna, there it is. So, yep, if you are in northern Crisp County, like I said before, need to be in that safe place. If you are over in Wilcox County, Rochelle area, Pitts, might want to be getting in that safe place as well. As mentioned before, we were tracking this little area here, and a lot of these storms are moving about 40 or so miles an hour. We'll go 45. So Pitts, 1:48 p.m. Rochelle, 1:54 in terms of the line that I've drawn here with this rotation area. Make sure to be in that safe place. Blankets, helmet, all that good stuff. Further off to the east, this rotation weakening near Alamo. So it'll be interesting to see if they expand this warning. Again, that's in effect for another 30 minutes. We'll see how this thing ends up clearing out over here. But there is still some rotation. I would still be in my safe place if I'm in Mount Vernon. Still in my safe place if I'm in Terrytown. If I'm in McGregor or Kybbe. Is this Kibbe or Kybbe?
That is Kybbe.
Kybbe, that's what I thought. Kybbe, definitely need to be in our safe places. Might even be thinking about if you're in Vidalia as well. Ooh, look at that. That has, wow. All right, let's go back 30 minutes. Look at this. Just quickly, this is what we're talking about, how quickly they spin up. You just see this.
The National Weather Service has just said that they're also having a little issues because of where this thunderstorm is located between the radar sites. It's hard to get the
great reading on it.
But they definitely think this is still something that definitely needs to be watched.
I would agree. This is the one storm that we can say with a fact has a tornadic history. A tornado did touch down with this storm in Marion and Sly counties. That doesn't mean we've had a tornado in Middle Georgia with it yet, but we know that this storm in particular has spawned a tornado. Now, I'm watching our debris indicator here. Maybe it was a little something there by Vienna. There may have been a little something there by Vienna. Hard to tell 100%, but for a brief spot, you know, like Chris just mentioned, it's between those radar sites, so it's really hard to tell. But there was a bit of a suggestion on one scan only, that there may have been something that touched down around the Vienna area. But look at that. Look, you see, and this is the other thing. This also supports what Chris was just saying, the NWS. You see how these colors are just changing so rapidly? It's definitely struggling a little bit to kind of give us the picture as to what we've got going on there. But ultimately, this definitely suggests rotation of some kind. And if there's rotation of some kind with a storm that has a tornadic history, you take shelter. So, Tremont, you need to be in your safe place right now. If you live along the US 280 corridor, you need to be in your safe place. If you're on that corridor in Wilcox County, so Seville, Pitts, Rochelle, Kramer, Abbeville, need to be in your safe place. That looks a little better in terms of rotation, which is not a good thing. So definitely need to be getting in to those safe places. Let's go ahead and time it out one more time here from this spot. 40. That might be a little fast, but either way, 145, 146-ish for Pitts. Rochelle, we got 152. Then Abbeville. Abbeville, we were talking around 2 o'clock. That we see this rotation and storm, tornado warned storm get over your area.
So
start getting ready.
The Valdosta radar is out of commission right now, so we only have the Macon Jeffersonville radar, and that's about it for this system.
Wait a minute. You just said the Valdosta radar is out of commission today?
Yes.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
That is.
These storms are moving in.
That is
Valdosta. Yeah.
That is horrible. Yeah. I don't want to go off topic a whole lot here, but that is not what you want to see on a day like today. That means that these people down here, all of South Georgia, where the level 3 risk is very much at play, Albany, Moultrie, Douglas, Valdosta, all these are going to have to rely on the radar of Tallahassee, Montgomery, or Warner Robins. That's not going to give them great views of what's happening there. So you got friends or family, they need to be on guard. big time need to be on guard down here in South Georgia. As Chris relayed earlier, we are likely to see the tornadic activity peak within the next couple of hours. We're already seeing a lot of strong winds. We're seeing active tornado warnings have been for over an hour. So we're continuing to monitor this. But if you're in South Georgia, just now finding out that the Valdosta radar is down, please be able to get warnings, be able to get those alerts. That's going to be a very, very tricky situation. And I do not envy anybody who is having to work this down in South Georgia. That is nightmare fuel. But anyways, back to here. So Cordele, we stayed south of this. East Crisp, this rotation moving over now. I'd still be taking shelter in Pitts Rochelle and Abbeville.
Rotation along that bottom line of that thunderstorm complex.
Well, I mean, that's how they all are. I mean,
there's a few inflow notches.
Because the cell has been absorbed into the mess, you're not going to see any of these tornadoes touching down and staying on the ground for 45 minutes to an hour. I can almost 100% guarantee you that we're not talking long tracking dangerous tornadoes today. We're talking spin-ups, we're talking EF 0s, 1s, and potentially 2s. That's it. But that's enough to do major damage to mobile homes, older homes, blow trees over, knock over power lines. Still very dangerous. Still need to be taken very, very seriously. So here you go. This rotation starting to weaken a little bit as far as we can tell over northern eastern Crisp County, but still rotating. So still need to be taking ourselves to our safe places. Pitts, Rochelle, need to be in those safe places here again. Those times for you, 146. That's for Pitts, 150, 152-ish for Rochelle, and then around 2 p.m. for those of us in Abbeville. Now, looking back further east to that storm that we were tracking near Alamo and all that. So we still have some rotation here on this storm. BTI, Barron Tornado Index of a 3. Looking at some of the timings here. Vidalia, 150. Higston, I got 10 minutes or so before that gets into your area. Where even is that? That must be so. I got to zoom in further to see. Because all those should be, there's Oak Park. It's got to be really close. Oh, there it is. Higston might actually be out of the way. That's like barely on that. Barely in the cone here. But Lyons, Vidalia, definitely want to be thinking about
Toombs County is outside of our viewing area.
It is. I'm still, we're tracking this warning. There might be people over there. I'm saying they take shelter. Because they're still right here, this notch. That looks like the spot of interest with this storm. Oh, here's actually good news. They're not extending it. They're not extending this tornado warning. You know, I know this. We got a severe thunderstorm warning here that expires at 2:15. So they would have expanded it as a tornado warning if that were the case. Like I said for the other one earlier, there's still some rotation on it. Still be monitoring this if you're over in Montgomery County.
What about that spot right next to Kibbe?
Talk about right here.
Yeah,
Kibbe, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, this is the spot that still might be rotating. So that's what I'm saying. If you're in Kibbe, you're in Normantown, Vidalia, still be ready to act and get into your safe place. The tornado warning here is set to expire at 1:40. Is it 1:40 or is it 2? It's 2, but the rotating area is going to be out of that warning by 5 minutes from now. Kibbe was not in the initial tornado warning. I would still be taking shelter here just in case. Let's go back to our other tornado warning. Over here. So we've been tracking this one. This is the storm that dropped the tornado earlier over in Sly County. So this whole thing started further off to the north. This is actually really important to follow. Came in, touchdown around the Buena Vista, we broke into coverage and it was around the Putnam area. Kind of a touchdown between Putnam and Ellaville. Notice it's been moving southeast. So, a lot of times you see it moving northeast. That's not the case. This has been moving off to the southeast and continuing to do so as it heads towards Wilcox County here. It's almost out of Crisp. Still a bit of rotation. Not as impressive as it was. We're going to go ahead and put it in motion just to see what we've been through already with this. Go last hour. So there it was when it touched down in Ellaville. And you see how this kind of moved east-southeast the whole way. But the only time we've had confirmation that there was a tornado was when it was over in Sly County. There was a green dot that popped up on our debris indicator, and then the National Weather Service confirmed, emergency management.
We have
in Sly County confirmed that it's only a
Weather
touchdown.
spotter has confirmed a tornado. Train spotter has confirmed a tornado on Camp Road and Georgia Highway 19 west of Alamo in Wheeler County. This is that would have been earlier on, so we may.
So that would have been this storm here. All right,
Yes.
hold on. I'm going to click now. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to shift back to where that was. So, because I've only got full lapse capability. All right, so you said when it was right near Alamo?
It was
Probably right about here would be my guess. It was right about when it was here, because you mentioned Alamo.
and they're fixing to issue a tornado warning further downstream because of that.
Of this one?
Yes.
So, that's two now. Where they have allowed it to expire, and then it. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying they're going to change. They're going to make another tornado warning right here.
Eventually, yes.
All right, because they just extended it as a severe thunderstorm warning, but that wouldn't surprise me at all. It's going to get out of here and head over into East Georgia, but we're going to continue to follow it until it gets there. And then, of course, we've got this one still. Neither of these right now can be confirmed is on the ground. And we don't know that one that you're talking about near Alamo, he said he saw it, but that doesn't mean it's confirmed right now.
No, it's not. It's just confirmed. A local EMA.
Local EMA saw it.
911 called that one in and put it in the Weather Service chat.
Okay. Probably a quick spin up like most of these. That's what they are.
And I'm also in the contacts with the 911 down there asking them if there's any damage with that as well.
Well, let's go ahead and pull up debris. See, it's so hard to tell when you're this far from the radar, man. This is going to be a nightmare for South Georgia later. That's not what you want to see. But, yeah, over here, so we'll see if they extend it. The debris, the correlation coefficient, it's not conclusive. It's not conclusive. Could there still be something? Maybe. This is back at that Mount Vernon area again. So you need to be taking shelter. You're still in that tornado warning, because it looks like the rotation's kind of shifted further south. Looks like it shifted further south.
That is correct.
So now it's over more like McGregor and Oak Grove. Because like I said, these are not moving northeast. They're moving more. The storms are trying to go east, but the whole system is moving south. So it's resulting in them moving east-southeast. But, yeah, this one here, rotation, not impressive. But now we can say that both of these storms that have warnings on them have been have had confirmed tornadoes. They've got a tornadic history. So continue to follow this first one, which should be getting over into Wilcox County here shortly.
South of the Pine View area.
Yeah, it's getting south.
South of Rochelle.
I mean, your rotation area is going to be right in here right now.
I will say, if you live to the east or to the west, rather, of the I-75 corridor,
right in there, kind of, is that rotation. If you're what?
If you live to the west of I-75,
in Crisp County,
the rotation has passed there.
Yes, correct.
So it's always good to clear some folks, and also Macon County, you're good right now. But Dooley County, also take your shelter. You're not underneath that tornado warning, but keep an eye on it right now, as we do have an ongoing tornado warning for Crisp County, Wilcox County, also in a bad radar spot right now. So it's a little troubling seeing these storms on radar. So definitely want to take this one serious, as if there is a tornado on the ground. As these storms have produced tornadoes earlier today in a couple of counties. But yeah, we'll take a closer look back at radar and get the latest on rotation.
Yep, so a little bit of rotation. It's eastern Crisp County heading into southwestern Wilcox County.
They just issued a tornado warning for Montgomery County and Toombs and also Wheeler County.
So that's right over here. That's the continuation of this storm. There you go. All right. So you see how it's pink? That is because of the confirmation. So I'm going to assume there saying that this is on? Are they saying this is on the ground right now? Or are we just going off that spotter info, I guess is what we're going with?
I'm reading the warning right now, and I'll let you know.
It says confirm, but yeah, please do read it.
It's confirmed tornado, damaging tornado. Yep, this is confirmed. This is as real as it gets, folks.
All right, well, there you go. So we got a confirmed tornado on the ground here over in Montgomery County. So this has just gotten out of the Wheeler County, Alamo area. We're now, we're talking Oak Grove, Alston, Petros, McGregor. All of us need to be taking shelter. If you're a little further east, if you're over in Toombs County, need to be taking shelter. If you're going to be further east in any of those counties, need to be taking shelter. Most certainly right now, if you are in Toombs County, Montgomery County, and if we do see southern Wheeler County included here, but I'm not as worried about places. I'm really, in general right now, in regards to this particular tornado, I'm not as worried about Wheeler County. I don't think, although these have been moving east-southeast, this is not going to just shoot south. All right? This isn't going to do that. So it's going to continue to move eastward. So that's why I would say, hey, I'm not too worried about this little bit that's sitting down here in southeastern Wheeler County. Now, that being said, it's very hard to tell exactly where this is currently over in Montgomery County because it's just so far away from the radar that it's kind of convoluted in what it looks like. The only reason...
Go up towards Higginston.
No, we only have confirmation here because of...
weather spotter.
Oh, weather spotter. Exactly.
Go up towards Higginston and Vidalia right there. Yep. That could be something.
I mean, that could be... But that's... Yeah. The problem with... That's barely on the inside of this... warning, though.
Yeah.
Whatever they're highlighting is clearly going to be in the middle of the morning. So I'm going to assume it's right in here.
But there's definitely some damaging winds right
It's just so hard to tell exactly where it is because, again, radar is just junk when you get really far away from it. But here, there's a spotter that saw that there was that tornado. That's why it's confirmed. It may not still be on the ground. The radar does not support the theory that this is still on the ground. It just was confirmed to have been on the ground at one point, and so we've highlighted it as such with this new warning. But the fact of the matter is that this is a mess more than anything, and it's getting out of. This is going to be out of Montgomery County within the next 5 minutes. So anybody who's living further east, Vidalia, Lyons, Santa Claus Center, probably want to start taking shelter right now. If you're in Vidalia, you already need to be taking shelter. But all these other ones, you've got a few minutes, get your stuff together, and get to your safe place.
Let's not forget the
yeah, exactly. This
tornado
one
warning.
I was going to come back because that other one's about to get out of Middle Georgia and over into East Georgia.
Once it gets out of Montgomery, heading into Savannah Market quickly.
Yeah, once it gets out of the Montgomery County area, if you want more information on that tornado, the confirmed one, the Savannah
but I will say
TV markets will continue to carry that one. We're going to be shifting more back into what's staying here in Middle Georgia. So this is a mess. Very, very much a mess. This is not organized at all. We were seeing that rotation. This at this point is probably down here to the south of Pitts. So nothing is conclusive as to whether or not they would continue this warning. Again, southern parts of the region, a little further from the radar. We've got a little bit of a hint that there's some rotation here on a storm that has spawned a tornado. Like the other one, this also will be getting out of our area pretty quick if it continues to track this way. But it may end up grazing into the southern parts of Telfair County here, so we are going to continue to follow it. But yeah, that rotation, in case you're wondering where it is, it's right here to the southwest. Oh my goodness. It is right here to the southwest of Rochelle. It is not impressive rotation at all, but that is what we are seeing with this storm. See, now they're continuing to cancel more and more of that warning. That other one off to the east. Let's look at regular radar. We haven't even checked that in a minute. Let's just see, where's the heavy rain? Where's the lightning? Where's all that stuff? Let's turn on the lightning counter. What do we got here?
Woo!
We haven't even checked the lightning counter yet. There's a lot of it. A lot of lightning. 3,000 plus strikes just right here. Just right here on your screen. Right in Middle Georgia right now. Let's see what we got. Turn off the pencil.
Let's throw out that Dublin camera, Dwayne, if we would. There's a lot of lightning in Dublin.
Just in Middle Georgia, we're seeing over 2,000 bolts.
See if we can see some lightning. I think that one is pointing to the north, but But yeah, we could definitely.
That is a lot of light. I'm not hearing that much thunder, but then again, Macon's pretty quiet right now. We aren't seeing that here, but man, Lawrence County, look at all that lighting. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn the lighting off. Just want to give you a view of that, but it kind of makes everything else hard to talk about when it's blocking it. So anyways, a little bit of rotation still going on with this storm here. Again, that's more towards the southwestern portion currently of Wilcox County. We do still have this tornado warning. Oh, they expired it for Crisp and Dooley counties. So Crisp and Dooley counties, you have been cleared from that tornado warning. It's still in effect for those of us in Wilcox County. And as for that confirmed one further east, again, Montgomery County, this is starting to get out of here. It's over the Vidalia.
That Vidalia, I know it's not in our area, but it's right on that Montgomery County line.
It's getting out of here.
That area rotation is kind of concerning right there on that Montgomery County, Toombs County line. Even Barron's early detecting that.
Ooh, let's check the Barron button. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I haven't even shown you guys the Barron button yet either. So this also helps with showing hail versus rotation versus rain or whatever. So you can definitely see we got a decent amount of hail with some of these stronger storms. But in terms of rotation, all right, so this also helps to answer questions too. We have this tornado warning here we've been following for a while that is set to expire at 2 p.m. A new severe thunderstorm warning has been
but I tell you
in effect in Ben Hill County to the south.
That is not the Atlanta National Weather Service.
That's Tallahassee that does that, right?
That's Tallahassee, yes.
Yeah, Tallahassee, it cuts off right there. But
so that's why they have go ahead and done that for it.
But then, that rotation, Vidalia needs to be in a safe place right now.
Yeah.
Vidalia, this is over Vidalia, and then we're going to see it continue to go. I honestly would say Lions. I know the arrows are pointing northeastward. Lions, you need to be in your safe place right now. Ponderosa, Santa Claus, safe place right now. Basement, interior room with protection. If you don't have a basement, interior room. But blankets, pillows, helmet, and you need to protect yourself from flying debris. That's going to be the big, important thing to follow in regards to this tornado. So
let's head back towards the other tornado. Get storm threat, the tornado warnings.
So still not seeing rotation on this guy, which is good. We do have this severe thunderstorm warning further south.
The BTI is on that. 2.9, okay. Nothing significant, but definitely still need to be in your safe spot if you're in the Wilcox County area. Rochelle, anywhere in Wilcox County, definitely need to be in your safe spot as this storm progresses through middle Georgia. You definitely want to take it seriously because it can produce a tornado pretty quickly, and we've seen that already today with a couple of thunderstorms that rapidly produced a tornado in Marion County earlier this afternoon. And of course, we just had a confirmed tornado near the Alamo area, and we're working to get confirmation on that, talking with local EMA there to see if there's any damage there. I have seen pictures on social media from damage in Dodge County, but it doesn't look like it was any tornado damage.
Straight line wind damage, probably.
It looked like straight line wind damage.
I know we do a lot of our break-in stuff for tornadoes. Please don't sleep on straight line wind damage. Obviously, tornadoes are the main concern because of how strong they can get, but some of these straight line winds can be very, very concerning in terms of their strength and their speed. So that is something to take note of. I just want to make sure and see. I want to see if I can get my hand tracker thing working. I wonder if this is just in the way. I wonder if that's why it's not working. Let's see here, because it was working earlier. I know why. Turn hand tracker on, Chris. Oh, you need the mouse, right. All right, I want to see if I can do this with the...
You're on.
Boom. All right, cool. That's all I wanted. All right, so, we still got this tornado warning here. I'm not seeing anything in the way of rotation except for a couple spots. Here we go. South, Crisp County right now. So that's what we're seeing in regards to that storm. Again, that warning set to expire at 2 p.m. That's 7 minutes from now. There is a severe thunderstorm warning already issued to the south. And the reason it cuts off right here and doesn't include Crisp County is, as Chris mentioned earlier, this county, Ben Hill, that is actually part of the Tallahassee National Weather Service forecast area. Whereas north of that, that is the Atlanta National Weather Service forecast area, Peachtree City. So that's what we are getting with these tornado watches and warnings here. Continuing to look further off to the east, that confirmed warning has gotten out of here. It is now heading into that Savannah market. Again, I would still suggest staying safe. This has been confirmed on the ground. Well, they've gone ahead and added a severe thunderstorm warning on, so maybe it's not on the ground anymore. It may not be on the ground anymore, but we are going to be done talking about this storm now. Yeah, it's getting out. It obviously doesn't mean that it's done, but if you want more coverage of this storm, the Savannah market will be carrying that. It's just our lines cut off right here at that Vidalia area. So, continuing back off to the west, we're still waiting for this tornado warning to expire. There is a little bit of rotation on it. It's nothing overly impressive.
Come back to the velocity, if you would, and go to the west there of Abbeville. A little bit of rotation there, starting to tighten up a little bit towards Abbeville.
Well, it's that spot right there, just southeast.
Go to the north. Zoom in just a little bit, if you could. It's a little bit right there towards the west of that, north of Kramer there, just a tad bit.
Yeah.
Something we should watch, because this could easily...
I was watching this whole area.
Yeah.
Because when I had the Barron button on, that showed it more in this area here. Either way, we are still seeing a bit of rotation on this guy. And look at this. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City decided to complete the other half of the warning for the National Weather Service down in Tallahassee, right? So we got this warning, severe thunderstorm until 2:45. The one further south, that one's till 2:30 p.m. So that's a couple of things to be aware of here. Still this rotation just the west of Owensboro. We're going to continue to follow that. That is the reason why. Oh, no, they expired it. They expired it. So the tornado warning has been expired. We will continue to follow this and stand by. But at this moment, we are not seeing any more tornado warnings here in Middle Georgia. I am waiting for them to kind of cancel this section of this confirmed one that's in Wheeler County here, but that's not a concern anymore. The tornado, or what was a tornado, has moved off to the east at this point and is now well into Toombs County. So, and then on top of that, they extended that warning as a severe thunderstorm warning, not even as a tornado warning. So we essentially are not done, or we're essentially done with tornado warnings at this point. We're continuing to monitor this heavy storm activity, right? We are going to follow. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of development now over just to the southeast of Americus. We got a BTI 2.2. Yep. So we, certain areas it's clearing up, and then others it's starting to pick up. So let's go ahead and get a look at this bit over in, is this Lee County, Sumter County? What is this?
That would be Sumter County.
Sumter County right here. So, velocity, boom. All right, so as of right now, nothing jumping off the screen at me in terms of rotation. That's good. But it will be something for us to follow. We've already seen some stuff pick up in this area a little bit. This is further south, granted, than where those first ones started. Remember, Ellaville. That was where we started this whole thing. It's all just been moving south. But we are going to continue to monitor this storm now that is over Sumter County and Americus and Huntington, as it looks like there might be just something to watch there. Now, technically, that's outside of our region right now, but it would very quickly enter the southern portions of our region as we continue into the afternoon. So that's going to be the main thing. But as of now, the tornado warning that was in Crisp County and Dooley County, that has been canceled. It is a severe thunderstorm warning that will remain in effect until 2:30 p.m. till 2:45 p.m. And then further off to the east, for whatever reason, we are still seeing this confirmed warning for a tornado, including parts of Wheeler County. But I will tell you right now that is done. Ooh, wow. Tallahassee just went ahead and put out.
As they should, yeah.
Major severe thunderstorm warnings just outside of our region. They haven't even gotten there yet, but they're going ahead and putting them out just because of the strong straight line wind that we're seeing with this, as well as bits of embedded rotation. This isn't going to be in our area too much longer. This is wave 1, of course, so it will be important to see what we are expecting overnight tonight. I'll have more on that for you during your evening show forecasts, but for now, we are about to be done with this. What time does this confirmed warning expire? 2:30. Like, do we need to stay on here? Well, this is not. This is clearly out of our area at this point.
Let's just keep it on until they'll cut Wheeler County off and Montgomery County. Whenever they cut those 2 counties off, then we'll.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I'll go ahead and ask them if they're planning on cutting it off.
Yeah, go ahead and ask them if they're planning on cutting that off. Yeah, definitely the most intense storms are down here. We're still going to follow this activity in Abbeville. We'll still continue to follow this activity near Americus, Huntington that's coming into the region. A lot of heavy rain here. I do also want to check out real quick before we do let you go. Let's see how we are doing in terms of rain. So let's go to, do we only have 24-hour rainfall? I had 1-hour rainfall. That's a lot of rain here. Hold on, is that severe maybe? Severe. There we go. 1-hour rainfall. That's what I want. Okay, let's get some numbers. How much rain have we seen? There's a wet spot. 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches of rain in parts of Dooley County. Then it's... right, I've got query on. Dodge County, we got 1.3. Lawrence County, inch. So that's kind of interesting to see there. Let's try just further. Yeah, okay. I guess our wet spot's going to be definitely this swath. And there was some hail in here, mind you. There was definitely some hail that kind of moved through that way as well. So that is another thing to keep in mind. This is obviously the 1-hour rainfall. If we go to 12-hour rainfall, you see obviously the numbers are a little higher than that. We haven't even touched on the flooding aspect of this. And there's obviously a bit of a concern there. You know, southern Crawford County, more than 3 inches. Same for those of us, Taylor County around Butler, more than 3 inches. Parts of Houston County, we got 2.5 inches. Peach County, 3 inches maybe. Yeah, just about. So a lot of rain with this system as well. Slow moving, messy, and unfortunately a little on the severe side of things. But we haven't talked about the flash flooding threat. Well, certainly that is the thing with this. Ooh, look at this. They put out a new tornado warning further east.
Charleston, yep.
They still haven't canceled this one yet.